So if you're in the market for a smartwatch, chances are that you will encounter brands like Boat, Firebolt, Noise, Mivi, Pebble, Fastrack and whatnot. And what is common in all of these brands and watches is that they all are rebranded cheap Chinese watches that are just e-waste. And to put simply, if you're looking out for a proper full-fledged smartwatch, then the entry point is still the Galaxy Watch 4 in 2023, as it usually comes for around 7 to 8,000 rupees in sales. And in this video, let's just see how well this watch has aged for me after like 2 years of its launch. And should you even consider buying this in 2023? What's going on, everybody? This is your host Manik, back with yet another video. So I'll discuss 4 major things in this video, and they are hardware and build quality, features, health tracking and accuracy, battery life and software updates. So let's start off with the build quality. And I've been using my watch with a protective case on top of it, which I'll leave a link to just below the like button in case you wish to buy it. And it even has a tempered glass, so as you can see, my watch is still in a good shape and it has a few dents here and there because I had an accident. And even after that it still works fine. Plus I wish I had this case before, as I really like to keep my gadgets neat and clean. But yes, the watch still looks fine, though the bezels are chunky for a watch in 2023, but still much better than those fake AMOLEDs from some so-called Indian brands. I use a variety of straps with this one, and changing straps is super convenient here. Also, I leave a link to some of the good strap options that I saw for this watch, as it still has a ton of accessories available easily. This watch is neither too big nor too small, as the variant I have is a 44mm one, and it fits just fine for me. The display is easily visible indoors or outdoors, and you will face no issues whatsoever with the visibility anytime. As here we have an AMOLED display which is plenty bright and decently sharp at the given price. So I think it will hold up just fine even for you like 2 to 3 years at least down the line. Also feel free to drop your experience with this watch in the comment section down below. As far as features are concerned, this watch runs on Exynos W920, which is a dual core processor. And it is even more powerful than the one found on the Pixel watch, which was launched later after this watch. So ample power is still there to do what you normally would like to do on a watch. It also has 1.5GB of RAM, which is still a little less, I would say, but it gets the job done. In the sensor package, you get all the basic ones and some extra, like an accelerometer, a gyro, a heart rate monitor, a barometer, and an ambient light sensor as well. And since it has every other sensor, you can easily enable ECG and even blood pressure monitoring on this watch, which is pretty accurate if not medical grade. It is quite useful in scenarios where you don't have a medical instrument nearby. Also, I know these aren't enabled by default on this watch, especially in India, but you can easily enable it in just 5 minutes. And here is a card to that video as well. The normal features like heart rate tracking, SpO2, sleep tracking all work just fine. And unlike most smartwatches in the market, you can rely on the data easily you get from this watch. So if you are looking out for an accurate health tracking device, you can go with this device hands down. Coming to the battery life, and here is where things get a little subjective. See, like everyone, I also don't like charging my watch every 1 or 2 days or so, because it is one more thing that I have to take care of in day-to-day life. Watches like the Apple Watch and other full-fledged smartwatches also last for like 24 hours to 48 hours on an average at max. And so does this watch unless you have a ton of notifications and things like SpO2 tracking on for the complete time. But if you don't use it heavily, it easily lasts for a day on a single charge and takes almost 1 hour 30 minutes to charge completely with the given charger. Also, I don't like the fact that it cannot be charged using any wireless charger, and you always need a USB-A puck with you at all times. Or if you have a Samsung phone, it can be charged with the reverse wireless charging, but that doesn't work with all devices like the Nothing phone one I have. So you will have to charge this watch every morning almost. And since it has so many things to power, unlike RTOS based watches, it can do this much on this battery. So if you need a bit longer battery life, you can look out for other brands like Amazfit, which at least give accurate tracking if not Wear OS. Coming to the software side of things, and this Galaxy Watch 4 runs on OneUI 4 skin on top of Wear OS 4. And recently it has got Wear OS 4 powered OneUI 5 update as well. And as you know, this is a highly customized version of skin, especially for those who like OneUI. And for the rest of you, this is a very functional watch and has a ton of features too. And if you own a Samsung device, this is one just part of the puzzle that fits very well with rest of the devices. And after like 2 years, it has still 2 more years of OneUI updates pending. That is still way more than any wearable offers you. It still gets new watch faces and features from time to time, and I'm quite happy with the software here. One thing I wish it was better were the animations, as they don't look good at all, so I disabled them completely. But things like navigation and music playback, even the Buds controller work flawlessly here. And I use these features almost every day, so I can definitely say it is right on top in terms of features. Here not every feature might work if you don't have a Samsung device, so keep that in mind. You also get Play Store here, so a bunch of apps and watch faces that you can install to personalize this watch as per your liking. So what if I told you that you already have all the new gestures that Apple was showing off with their new S9 chip on the Apple Watch Series 9, and they are already there on the Galaxy Watch 4, 5 or 6. To activate them, just go to accessibility option in settings, and now here look out for interaction and dexterity option. Here turn on universal gestures option, and it will basically teach you how to use these gestures. And once you have learned them, you will be able to use your watch without even touching it, just like Apple showed off, and without any special chip whatsoever. It really works well most of the time, and in this case, it looks like they copied this feature from Samsung. Too much in the name of innovation, eh? So subscribe to the channel for more such videos. So with all that said, should you still consider this over the Galaxy Watch 5 or even the Watch 6? That is now at 2 to 3 times price of this watch. Well, if you are getting this one at around 7 to 8,000 rupees, then it is still a solid value for money smartwatch that you can get. Around 10,000, it is a bit on the line, but still much better than other not so smartwatches out there. Though the price usually stays around 8 to 9,000, and with around 2 years of updates left, still it is one of the best options at least now. And with the big billion days down the line, who knows, you might get this for 6 to 7,000, and that would be a steal to be frank. Well, that sums up my long-term review of this watch, and if you do end up liking this one, don't forget to press that like and subscribe button if you haven't already. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.